Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and if this is your first time stumbling across one of my videos, I make videos about fashion, beauty, luxury, lifestyle, fragrances, and pretty much whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that seems like something that you may be interested in, go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you enjoy the content, of course. Also, if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and click on that notification bell so that you do not miss an upload from me. Okay, you guys, so today we're gonna do a fun video, maybe a little controversial, but I want to share with you all what I think were the worst fragrance releases of 2025. Okay, now I tend not to talk about fragrances that I don't enjoy unless it's in passing. So if I'm talking about a fragrance and I tried out something in passing and I'll tell you guys about it, then I'll be like, you know what, I smelled it, didn't too much like it. But I do think it's important when you are a reviewer to share your dislikes as well as your likes, because even though you may only share the things you like, people may only feel like you like everything and that you don't dislike anything. And that is obviously not the case. Fragrance is super subjective. So there were definitely some fragrances that I came across, some that I had, some that I got rid of, that I did not like at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about is Vanilla Salt. Now this is from Ellis, Brooklyn, and you guys know I am an Ellis, Brooklyn fan. Miami Nectar is one of my favorites. I like Guava Granita. I even like one that a lot of people don't like, which is Queen's Caramel. It is a lighter, airier Bianco latte, which works for me on those days when I don't want it to be so heavy and thick. Okay, however, Vanilla Salt, I was excited for this, you guys. Number one, I just love the bottle. So they actually sent this to me in PR, and when I smelled this, I was like, yuck, what is that? Now, number one, this is what I consider to be a solar vanilla. So this has some sea salt, watery notes. It also has ylang ylang, jasmine, whipped cream, vanilla, benzoin, musk, and woody notes. But to me, it smells musty. It literally smells musty. Like, in the bottle it's not as bad, but of course we know the final ingredient is going to be your body chemistry. This does not work for me at all. I would say that this is for the girls who like a beachy vanilla or like a sunscreeny vanilla fragrance. I'm not typically into that, okay? I will say that it is similar to like Gucci Gorgeous Orchid, I believe, in the way that it is like a sunny vanilla, right? But that one is not as beachy as this or salty. Again, this just smells like pure must. So I wore it one time after just smelling it through the bottle, and guess what? I put her right back in here. Comment down below if you want this. I can send it to you, girl, because this is not for me. She went right back in the drawer. I did not like that one at all. Next up, we have Donna Born in Roma Ivory. You guys know I did a full review on my channel. That is one that I do still have in my collection. The reason why I want to mention that one is simply because it did not live up to the hype, in my opinion. It smells like a really pretty, feminine, soft lotion to me. I don't think it's worth the price. I also don't think that it was, you know, marketed correctly. It's a nice fragrance. I do get compliments on it, and that is one of the reasons why I kept it. And I do feel like it has gotten better over time as it has set in my collection. However, I love the Donna Born in Roma line, and I just expected more from them, especially the way that Donna Born in Roma does the sweetness. It just did not translate in Ivory, but I know so many of you guys love it. I got a little bit of hate on that last video when I was giving my honest opinion and thoughts. But listen, I will say I do enjoy the fragrance. It's nice, but it literally smells like a beautiful lotion. It's not maybe a luxurious, you know, lotion that you would put on. Very soft, light. I mean, just, it doesn't really project much. I don't know how I'm getting the compliments, but it is a pretty scent and it is very feminine. So it's good, but I do feel like it was a disappointment. Definitely not one of their best. I feel like they could have done a little bit more and just put a little bit more effort into it. The next one is going to be Montale Oud Sapperat. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, I ended up getting a sample of that in the mail, and at first I thought I liked it, and then when I sprayed it out, like I just smelled it, and then when I sprayed it out, I was like, what in the world? It smells like pineapples and leather. That's it, okay? It was not the best. it wasn't blended well. I felt like it literally just smelled like those two notes put together. Let me look up the notes and see exactly what's in there because something was missing with that fragrance. So the notes in Oud Sapperat are pineapple, Cambodian oud, saffron, leather, birch, cinnamon, vanilla, coconut, and white musk. So that kind of makes sense. I'm not a huge fan of coconut. Definitely leather has to be done in the best and most perfect way. And then we know how oud smells. Now, I'm not familiar with Cambodian oud, but I don't mind a oudy fragrance. However, I did not feel like this one, it just did not give. And obviously I wasn't the only one that thought that, because when I tell you, Sephora had just started selling Montale fragrances and this thing was immediately on sale. Okay, it just came out in 2025 and it was already slashed down to 40% off, which is crazy to me. The fragrance is so bizarre. It almost smells like a pineapple leather vape or something. I don't know. It's just, it's so sad because I live for a pineapple note, and the pineapple in this fragrance is beautiful. It's a sweet, juicy, ripe pineapple, not overly ripe to where it smells rancid, just juicy, ripe, and sweet. But it's the other notes that's added. It's just, I did not enjoy this fragrance, and I don't know anyone who liked it, okay? I was shocked when I was in Sephora and I was like, why is this already on sale? And he just looked at me like, I said, you didn't like it either? Yeah, it's not a good one, you guys. So for me, that was definitely one of the worst releases of 2025. Montale, I know y'all can do better than that. Now, speaking of leather, we have to talk about Burberry Goddess Intense. That was a horrid fragrance. Okay, now I've grown to enjoy Burberry Goddess. I still don't feel like it's this amazing, great thing. I do like it, I wear it, and it's just an easy kind of reach for me now. But the Intense, the leather note was so not needed in that fragrance. I just don't get it. Like, why did y'all do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? People love this fragrance so much, and they actually wanted more vanilla in it, a little less lavender. I feel like they could have really done something else with the fragrance, but instead of slapping a leather old jacket on top of it, I mean, yeah, let's go back to the drawing board. But yeah, I did not enjoy that. I also smelled the Burberry Goddess Parfum. I thought I enjoyed that, but as it settled, it just wasn't something that I needed, but it was okay. I just feel like the Burberry Goddess flankers have been flops, okay? Let me know your thoughts down below, because I know Burberry Goddess is a beloved fragrance by so many, and I wanna know what you guys think about the flankers, because for me, they were unnecessary. Next up, we have Juliet Has a Gun Strawberry Milkshake, or Miami Milkshake, my bad. Miami Milkshake. Let me just tell you how serious the hate is for this. So I smelled this when it first came out in Sephora, and I was actually offered to receive this in PR and I turned it down. It's that serious, because sometimes, I will be honest with you, there are sometimes you will smell a fragrance and you're like, okay, I don't want to spend $150, $170, $300, whatever the price is on the fragrance. But if you just had it, you would wear it, you know, reach for it sometime and, you know, enjoy it in your collection. This was so vile to me that I didn't even want it for free. Okay, I did not even want it for free. It was not good, you guys. It smelled like old milk or something. It smelled like old milk, synthetic strawberry, and just no. Now, I don't own any Juliet Has a Gun fragrances, so maybe that's just not the house for me, but everybody wants to jump on the gourmand train, and what I want to say is this: if you have a niche, stick with that. Stick with that, because I don't think about any type of gourmand, anything fun, flirty fragrances when I think of Juliet Has a Gun. To me, it is, you know, a clean girl fragrance brand, a Your Skin But Better fragrance brand. Even when they do other scents, it still goes back to that premise. You know what I'm saying? And they really tried to get in on the trend. And sometimes you need to just stick with your niche. And Milkshake, Miami Milkshake, yeah, throw it in the trash. I hated it, yo. I hated it. Do y'all like it? Let me know, because I haven't even seen anybody have that fragrance and enjoy it. Really, it's just not good. Next up, we have a fragrance that I actually have in my collection, and this is Sisters Before Misters. This is from Jusbox. I love Karaoke Heart from Jusbox. It is just so good to me. Jusbox is known for their super, I think it's like an ambroxan, super heavy ambroxan in their fragrances. So they're definitely not for everybody. Now, Sisters Before Misters was like a collaboration or inspired by the Spice Girls. Such a fun, flirty fragrance. It smells basically like banana, strawberry, bubblegum, milkshake kind of vibes, but that ambroxan in there, it makes it last for days, but that is the thing that I don't love about it. I enjoy the fragrance. It's super gourmand. It almost seems to have like a cookie kind of thing in there to my nose. But when I wore this, you guys, I got so many compliments on this fragrance, but I ended up trying to go, well, I was at the mall, so I was getting compliments, and I went in Gucci and I was trying to buy something. I was like, look, if I have a bad attitude or it seems like I'm not into what you're saying, I am actually nauseated by my own fragrance. And that was the problem. I'm just like, Lord, I can't wait to get home and get this off of me. It made my stomach hurt, y'all. That's like, I was so mad. And everybody kept saying, well, what do you have on? It smells good. You just smell so sweet and like pretty. And I'm like, yeah, it's Sisters Before Misters. So the beauty of the fragrance is that it is a gourmand, fruity, you know, creamy fragrance that will last you forever and ever and ever. But what makes that fragrance last, that heavy ambroxan, to me, it just nauseates the fragrance because of the sweeter notes too. So I still have it in my collection. I like it. It's just, I have to have a full stomach or something when I wear it, because the way that I was ready to let it go, yeah, I was so annoyed that day, y'all. Isn't that the worst, when you like do a full spray down and you end up hating it, or you get sick or smell it and it's like, I can never smell this fragrance again. Yeah, we have to be on a little hiatus for now, because that fragrance, it had me so sick to my stomach, but I'm not going to give up on it. Let me know your thoughts. Have you guys tried out Sisters Before Misters? I know a lot of people actually love that fragrance, so let me know your thoughts on it, because it definitely had me sick to my stomach. Next up, I want to talk about Jo Malone's Raspberry Whipple. What was the point? What was the point? This was supposed to be some creamy raspberry, ice creamy type of fragrance. The marketing again, and they lied blatantly. And I have to be concerned and careful with people who will lie to my face blatantly, okay? Because nothing about that was sweet, creamy, or ice cream, any of the sort. It was a powdery raspberry floral fragrance. You didn't have to lie. Like, I mean, you could have marketed it as what it was. However, you would have been in the same lineup as the Dior Essence, Miss Dior Essence, I think it's called. Also the Marc Jacobs, is it the Intense? All that, and Lancome Elixir, that same powdery raspberry floral, that's what I got in that fragrance, okay? So it was super disappointing. And it was the worst because it smelled nothing like what they marketed it towards. It was okay. I don't need it in my collection, but it's just like, you go in, you think it's going to be one thing because of what the company has told you, and then you smell it and you said, oh, fruity floral, nice. Next up, we have Mason Francis Kurkdjian, which is one of my favorite perfumers, and we're going to talk about Kurky, y'all. That fragrance was silly. Okay, I understand that it was inspired by his childhood and all the whimsical things, but is the way that MFK does fragrances, I still find it hard to believe that he created that fragrance. It smelled like peach jelly beans sitting in water. Nothing. Just watery jelly beans. That's all I got from that fragrance. It didn't last. I could barely smell it on the card, put it on my hand, and I got water-soaked jelly beans, peach flavor. No. And for that price, egregious. Absolutely egregious. Now, I did only smell that one in store a couple times though, because I wanted to have it. I thought the bottle was cute. I like the peach juice, you know, just like, and I wanted him to do a fun fragrance, right? But that one, it just was not it. And I was never in a million years going to be paying for that juice at that price point ever in life. So I don't have that. It doesn't stink. It's just so light that there was literally no purpose in bottling it. Let me know your thoughts on Kurky though. Do you have it? Has it gotten better with time? Do you feel like it lasts on you? Do you love it? I need to know your thoughts, because for me, it was an absolutely not. And y'all keep in mind, these are my opinions, and I'm also doing it very rapidly. I'm not trying to go into too much detail. So if you love any of these fragrances, please do not take offense. There are fragrances that I like that y'all hate too. You know what I'm saying? Or don't like. So fragrance is subjective. Keep that in mind. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, next up, we have to talk about the Kayali Musk collection. Throw every last one of them in the trash. They were all giving nothing. One of them kind of smelled like Valaya. The others were just like nothing. Now, one thing about the Kayali line, I do feel like I have been duped a few times where I was like, I don't get it. And then I have it in my collection or buy it later and I end up falling in love with it. I don't see myself falling in love with any of those. The matcha one, no, I just did not enjoy that collection at all. To me, it was just a complete bust, but it was cute. And of course I wanted one. I kind of wanted all four because I just like the nude bottles, but I knew for a fact that I wouldn't be using them. So I actually, you know, made the right decision and the most responsible decision not to just have things sitting in my collection. But yeah, those were a complete no for me. I mean, just a whole line of nothing. It's so sad. The bottles are cute though. Next up, I had a travel size of Dolce & Gabbana My Devotion. I smelled this in store and I liked it, but I still, usually I'm gonna just get the whole bottle because I like just having the, you know, big bottles in my collection. But I was like, you know what, be responsible, get you a travel size. I'm so glad I did. I wore this one day that I just like had a girls' day with my homegirl. We went shopping, had coffee, and, you know, did all the things. And I did not like that fragrance. It just was so not worth it. So much to the point I returned it actually. Like, returning a travel size is actually crazy, especially for me, because I usually just throw them in the drawer and I'll be like, oh, I'll put it in the car, or, you know, put one in my bag. You never know when you'll need a little extra spray of something. No, I did not enjoy that. And just for reference, My Devotion has notes of pear blossom, blackcurrant, peony, orange blossom, Madagascar vanilla, ambroxan, and amber wood. I thought I would love that. All those notes I really do enjoy. The only one that's a little iffy for me is orange blossom, but I've been coming around and that just was not it. I don't know if it was the pear or what. I like that it was given like fruity. It has nothing to do with the original Devotion, in my opinion. There's no lemon gourmand, nothing going on to me. I just smelled a totally different fragrance. And that's another thing, like, why are we doing flankers when it has nothing to do with the original at all? Like, we have to find a happy medium, because a lot of these people are doing flankers and it has nothing to do with the original. And then we have the YSL Leap line that every last one of them smell just like the original YSL, just with a hint of something different. Like, is there a medium that we can come where it meshes together and creates a new fragrance that still reminds you of the original DNA? I don't know. I mean, do I need to be on the board? Let me know. But yeah, the bottle on My Devotion was so cute. I love the opaque bottle. But overall, it just smelled like a shampoo, and it was not needed in my collection. I did not enjoy that one. So the travel size went back. Next up, let's talk about Ariana Grande's Plush Vanilla. I have a bone to pick with the people, okay? Because I see people hyping this fragrance up. I smelled it when it first came out. I'm not an Ariana Grande girl when it comes to her fragrances, I will admit, okay? So caveat. However, I smelled it when it first came out and I didn't smell a thing. I didn't smell a thing. Sprayed it on skin, sprayed it on the tester. I didn't smell anything. People are saying that it's like a fluffier, sweeter vanilla skin from Fleur. I'm not getting that at all. To me, it smelled like a weak body mist, not even a strong body mist. Like, it smelled like a weak body mist, a hint of sweetness, a little fresh vanilla scent. Like, it gave nothing. And I don't know if it was because people were getting it in PR or what, but they were definitely pushing that fragrance and it did not give anything to my nose. I mean, literal nothing. I can't even like give you much of an explanation about it because it had no smell to me. Maybe I'm anosmic to it. Okay, maybe I'm anosmic to it, but that fragrance, I don't get it. And the fact that I would see that fragrance being promoted all over my timeline on every platform, I said, am I the problem? Am I the drama? Girl, let me know. Do y'all like it? Because I'm very confused about what the people are smelling. Some things you can be anosmic to, but that I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Does it need time to sit? Let me know. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is, I don't even think I can pronounce it. It's the Louis Vuitton Fantasmagoria fragrance. Okay, now Louis Vuitton, you know, they have their regular line, which is like $200 to $300, and then they have their premium line, their extracts or whatever, that is supposed to be a little bit more oil concentrated, and those go for upwards of $500 or more. Please tell me why this new fragrance that they came out with smelled like burnt up plastic. Literal burnt up plastic and flowers. Like, what in the world are we doing? I haven't liked a new release from Louis Vuitton in a minute, but I do feel like Louis Vuitton, a lot of their fragrances dry down very similar. Some of my favorites would be Le Jour C'est La Vie. I love Hours d'Absence. I love L'Immensity for Men. Imagination is beautiful. Symphony is really nice. What's another one that I like? I have Courbatant. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but I do have it. It's very sophisticated, okay? Very, very, very elegant. I also have something Flowers of the Desert, whatever that one is. It's okay. It's just very oody, so I have to be in the mood, and it's super strong. One thing I will say, I do feel like Louis Vuitton fragrances are extremely strong. They last all day and they definitely project, but they all have this underlying very harsh perfumey type of smell, especially the ones that I don't like. But yeah, this new Fantasmagoria or whatever, Fantasmagoria, it smelled like burnt up plastic. Like, it was not good. And I get a lot of samples from Louis Vuitton. My friend works there, so I get the samples there. Every time I go in, they will give me samples, and I was like, what in the world is this? Now, speaking of a full house, let's talk about Tom Ford, because I don't know if we just need to axe the whole brand at this point when it comes to beauty. They're about to be an Ulta, by the way, which I think is the weirdest move ever. As a luxury brand at that price point, the makeup. But Tom Ford hasn't come out with a good fragrance in probably 5 years. Like, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? And this new fragrance, child, I will pop up a picture here. That, it reeks. No other way to describe it. So I pulled it up. It's called Fig Arotique. You know, Tom Ford does sexy things. He always is trying to, like, honey, just do things. I'm really tired of Tom Ford, to be honest. I have, you know, I like my Lost Cherry still. Yes, I do. I think we need to go back to the drawing board or just scrap the whole beauty line, because it is getting worse and worse and worse by the release. So the notes in Fig Arotique is fig leaf, bergamot, mandarin, pink pepper, fig, ylang-ylang, salt, licorice, vetiver, brown sugar, and patchouli. Why on earth would you put licorice in a fragrance? And salt together? And fig. I mean, you just throwing together all the fragrance notes that people struggle with, child. And then put patchouli on top. Just sprinkle that right on top. Like, no, 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 and no. I really want Tom Ford at that price point to get it together, okay? I feel like he, or whoever's, you know, it's an Estee Lauder brand now. That could be the demise of it. All of their fragrances, it's just getting worse and worse, like I said. So for me, it's the whole house of Tom Ford, okay? The whole brand, forget it. I'm done with them. Unless they come out with something innovative and good, stop trying to make tires smell, you know, tires be sexy, or plastic be sexy, or overly doing like dirt be sexy. Like, what? Come on now. Like, seriously, let's go back to the drawing board. We need a whole new team. Seriously, it's not good. So y'all, those are all the fragrance releases of 2025 that I thought were just not good at all. Let me know some of your worst fragrance releases of 2025 that you smelled, and I cannot wait to read the comments on this video, because either y'all gonna go in on me or y'all are gonna be going in on the ones you don't like. Which I'm here for all of it. Okay, so let's get into the comment section. Let me know some of the fragrances that came out that you just absolutely could not do, or that you were just simply disappointed by. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If anything, you got like a little chuckle, or you know, we just had like a good girlfriend time just chatting it up like I normally would do at the house. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you on my next one. Bye y'all.
She comfortable.